Hello, Matthew. Hope you're having a good Thursday. A very interesting topic, I must say. Something that is based in scholastic issues and local government issues, but definitely has some wider societal and cultural implications. So let's get into it. So your point was basically that in Japan and countries with a similar sort of culture, they teach children responsibility at an early age at school, which I thought was very interesting. Something that I didn't find overly surprising, but very interesting nonetheless. One of your examples was they clean the bathrooms, sponge the floors, things like that, and that teaches them personal responsibility. And here in America, oftentimes, we see kids that will break things in the bathroom, break things in the classroom, throw a desk, break a sink. That happens all around America, and it doesn't really depend on where the school is, how nice the school is, if it's a public school. That sort of thing just kind of happens in American culture. And I think that really stems from the difference between, for the sake of this example, American culture and Japanese culture. So there's really two ways you can look at a culture. Either the culture values the individual above the society, or the society above the individual. Some countries are more one way than the other. But in Eastern countries such as Japan and many in Asia, the cultures value the society much more than the individual. And this has huge impacts on the society as a whole. Obviously, the family is a much stronger unit, and in this example, children are much more respectful, and the country's government is more comfortable with such policies as you described in your video. Having the kids learn personal responsibility through cleaning bathrooms and stuff like that. And just the difference between the value of society, these kids learning their lesson, learning to function in society, teaching them responsibility early on so that they can grow and be better people. That sounds like a great idea to me, but I think I probably would value the society over the individual, but I won't get into that. In America, the individual is valued much more than the society. Personal freedoms, we have the Bill of Rights. It's kind of what our country is built on. And that's why I don't think this policy could be applied in America, or at least not until the society changes much more from what it already is. Now, that's not to say that I wouldn't support it. I think that that's a fine idea. But here in America, we really value the family's choice on how to teach their kids. I think if a public school, first of all, one that you're legally required to send your kids to, starts making your kid clean the bathroom, in this country that wouldn't go over well. There would have to be a giant government, PR stunt to try to get this into the public's mind without the parents, really freaking out, taking their kids out of school. You're not going to make my kid clean a urinal. That's insane. So it's just how our society differs. The individual is very highly regarded in America, and I can't see that going over well. And I'm not trying to bash either culture here, but obviously American culture and Japanese culture are very different. And with anything, there are pros and cons. In Japan, the people are one of the most respectful in the world. When tsunamis hit, a lot of the time, people don't even steal things from stores like you'd see in pretty much every other country on the planet. But then again, it has one of the highest suicide rates in the developed world, and a large part of that can be contributed to its rigorous education system. So that it's a hard thing to balance between the value of the individuals of a country and the society as a whole. And as a culture, we need to decide that for ourselves. Thank you all so much for watching. Me and Matthew love discussing things with each other, and we love sharing it with you guys. If you have an opinion about some of the topics we talk about, leave it in the comments below, and if you really want to get in on the action, you can even send us your own response video to our videos, and we'll watch them, I promise. As always, thank you for watching, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time.